5 years. For 5 years now, I've made videos on this YouTube channel about sandwiches. Whether you've been here from the very start or you're super new, the number one question most people ask me, either online or in person, is, Alec, what is the best sandwich of all the ones you've had? Judging as now, I've had over 62 different sandwiches, not including, of course, the city specials or Christmas specials. It's a tough order to go through, every single sandwich. Think about it. I could make a top 10. I could make a top 20. So I decided, you know what? The best method to do it is to rank every single sandwich I've had for the last 5 years on this channel in order from worst to best, the opposite of best to worst. The sausages will not be included. Sorry to my German fans. But nevertheless, we have a lot of sandwiches to get through, so let's get started with number one. Yes, the worst sandwich I've ever eaten on the show is from South Dakota. South Dakota is, in fact, also my least favorite state. Go figure. Sandwich is part of that. I'm just saying pheasant meat, not a great meat to eat. Very gamey, very dense. Look, my full reviews of all these sandwiches will be, of course, in the videos themselves. This is just a brief recap, but South Dakota, not a good sandwich. The hot wiener, terrible name, terrible sandwich, one of the only sandwiches to give me indigestion.
Missouri, so sweet, those flowers in the dogwood tree.
Oh, Missouri, the show me state certainly showed me a bad time with that sandwich. I'm telling you, eggs can work on a sandwich, just not on that. Look, to clarify, Lithuania, you were the first country to appear on this list, making you the worst of all the country sandwiches I've had. But as every Lithuanian I've talked to, they're mad at me for eating lašiniai as the national sandwich. If you watch my Lithuania video, you'll see I eat lots of different Lithuanian foods. Lithuania has great cuisine. Just among them is not that sandwich.
Virginia, you got a hold on me. You took the city slicker and you're gone and set it free.
Salty. So salty.
Utah, people working together. Utah, what a great place to be.
Look, I love pastrami. I love a burger. I really thought Utah could bring them together, but somehow it made it worse. Still don't understand why. Probably my most blasphemous video, but I have to say, when you're going to the Vatican, don't go for the food.
Connecticut, Connecticut, you got to get to Connecticut.
Yeah, clams? Clams are chewy. And people from Connecticut say, we didn't get the soft-bellied clams. Like, clam is a clam.
Oklahoma, every night, my honey lamb.
Yeah, as I say in the video, and I still hold 5 years later, country fried steak is the worst way to prepare a piece of steak. Look, Czech Republic, I love your country, I love your people. Great beer, probably the best in the world. Sandwiches, though, it's mostly a texture thing.
North and South and comrades all, Dublin, Belfast, Cork and Donegal.
As much as it pains me, the Emerald Isle does not rank very high. The texture thing, it works to an extent. You'd be surprised, but if you're in Ireland, get a fillet roll. Don't bother with this.
Illinois,
Yeah, so maybe not my best ranking putting my home state this low, but to be fair, I ranked it a D back then because of the texture. And I concur that if you get the thing fully baptized, an Italian beef, you dip it fully in the jus, it does ruin the texture. You can watch my other Chicago video. I go into way better explanations on why it's actually a good sandwich. This is a little bit of an outdated ranking, but, the show must go on.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
The pepperoni roll is not a bad sandwich, but its definition as a sandwich is a bit of a stretch, and the one I had in the video was the best I could find in Charleston at 11 p.m. at night. So maybe not the best example, probably why it ranks so low. Sorry to my Mountaineers. Suomi, my most popular video with over 9,000 views. I'm officially a minor celebrity in Finland. As much as I love Finland, what are you doing? I mean, the porilainen is like college street food. I get it, but like, I don't know. Get the salmon soup. That is really good.
Seen pictures of the rest, but of all the places I can't think of, I like Jersey best.
New Jersey. I don't think people are like surprised New Jersey's pretty low. Look, there's a hierarchy of bodega cultures from New York City to New Jersey, and just go across the Hudson and get a bacon, egg, and cheese 10 times better than a Taylor ham.
The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America, the spirit of what's old and what's new.
Apologies to all my friends in Beantown, but a peanut butter and jelly will always beat a fluffernutter, just hands down. Speaking of peanut butter and jellies, they're okay. I like them as a sandwich, not too complicated. Huckleberry jam is not exactly an exciting enough addition to bump it up further in the rankings, though.
Corn, 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 look a tree. Corn, 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 corn.
Iowa's not an exciting state, and their sandwich is not exactly an exciting sandwich. It's very much middle tier. We have entered the peak C tier realm of mediocrity. OHIO, the Buckeye State does not exactly deliver on having a fantastic sandwich, with the Polish boy being a confusing combinations of spices and flavors. Honestly, if you want a good sausage, go to Tony Paco's in Toledo. Belgium, is it really a country? Who's to say? But I have to say, it does have a sandwich that is the pinnacle of drunk food. Belgian beer is fantastic, and honestly, I probably should have had more before eating this. Just above Belgium, its fellow lowlands in the Netherlands has the Broodje Croquettes, not from Fibo, although that's always an option. There's lots of fun fried things in the Netherlands, but I would say the contrast between temperature of a boiling hot croquette and a cold, cold bun did not do it any justice here.
And I come from North Dakota, where the sun shines brighter and the country's wider than the sky.
A Sloppy Joe is always going to be a nostalgic food for me. Reminds me of summer camp, although I'm so thankful I did not go to summer camp in North Dakota. The name is probably the most exciting thing about this sandwich, although it's not bad. Look, it's just fish, bread, Estonia. Another basic sandwich, classic, bread, bologna, mustard. Hard to go wrong. Portland's a weird place, and this sandwich is no exception. Kind of hard to get around, but the flavor is fantastic. Just structurally and culturally kind of confusing. Now, this is like the Estonian sandwich, but brought to a higher tier. One is spiced fish, one is smoked fish, and this is the smoked one. Fantastic. I buy this fish still. Again, though, as a sandwich, it's okay. Just by itself, it's fine. You got to have it with some other stuff. But fantastic fish. Buy fish from Latvia.
Oh, all to the borders, Vermonters, come down with your breeches of deerskin and jackets of brown.
My favorite locally sourced episode, everything on this sandwich from Vermont's farmers market culture. Just a solid sandwich. Apples surprisingly work really well as a textural element and for the flavor. Deutschland. I made a whole video making up for this mistake of a sandwich. Not a great representation of German food. Although I don't honestly mind a Schnitzelbrötchen. It's not terrible. It's just a schnitzel cutlet with bread. If you're in a Hauptbahnhof and nothing else is open, not a bad option if you're ever in Germany. nothing to do with Alexander Dumas. The Monte Cristo sandwich is kind of like the pinnacle of New England comfort food. Maple syrup, butter, eggs, ham. Solid choice.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Look, I love a fried fish, and this is a fantastic way to do a fish sandwich. Honestly, the Vatican should be taking notes from Minnesota.
Santa Fe, you can bet.
It's a hamburger with some green chilies, pretty solid flavor, very New Mexico. You know, not much to complain about.
Samma sol, häver av lästen och doftar kaffefål.
There's lots of kinds of smørrebrød you can have in Denmark. My favorite personally is the chicken salad with little crispy onion bits on top. But you can't go wrong with them. You find them everywhere. They're a solid lunch option anywhere inside Denmark. Kind of the same thing as that Danish sandwich, but this time, of course, in the shape of a cake. So a little more exciting to eat. Also, try the shark meat.
Oh, yes, Wyoming, with the trees and the horses and the rocks and the sheep. Oh, yes, I'm going.
Yes, that was Cynthia Erivo behind us, but that's regardless of the point. The bison burger itself is really distinct. The meat is kind of gamier, thicker, and just makes a really solid burger if you're ever in Wyoming.
If you are traveling from Terre Haute to Muncie, ask any farm boy just what you want to see. He'll point down the road to the shimmering lights of Indianapolis.
So it's not a bad sandwich. Mostly it's an issue of ratios. When the cutlet is this big and the bread is this big, throws the whole thing off.
You need to know, but you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna go.
So now we're getting to like the A tier. Get these sandwiches when you're there. This is a classic in Montreal. Hard to go wrong. It's just really good meat, really good flavors. But there's better pastrami-esque smoked meat kind of sandwiches on this list. Everything you love in a burger and everything you love on a sandwich coming together into one. It's a great combination. This one is purely nostalgia. I grew up on the grilled cheese. Most Americans did. So for me, if I see a grilled cheese, like a classic American style grilled cheese anywhere, especially after moving abroad, it means the world to me. That's why a very simple sandwich with very bad ingredients ranks so high. Speaking of American things, it's hard to think of something more American than the Bobby. With kind of everything on Thanksgiving wrapped in one, it is a great sandwich, just very much overpowered by the cranberry sauce.
Arizona, take off your hobo shoes. Arizona.
If the refried beans weren't enough for you, the fried bread itself always seals the deal. It's a great sandwich, if not a little soggy. The Coney dog is one of the few positives of visiting Detroit, although it's up and coming, so we'll see. The Coney dog itself is kind of a basic hot dog, which is a nice chili sauce. Depends on which one you go to. I went to Lafayette because the American one, I think, was robbed the night before, but yeah, it's Detroit.
You know when you're at the USA Cap, you're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you don't act, oh, you gon' be right back, well, we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here.
Kind of an upgrade of the Coney dog. It's kind of everything you want from that chili hot dog kind of combination with a fantastic sausage. Really hard to go wrong.
Wisconsin on your tacos, in your cordon bleu.
Staying on our sausage journey, a Wisconsin-style beer brat. As you know, coming from Germany, Austria now, sausages mean a lot to me, and Wisconsin has, I think, I can say, the best sausages in the U.S.
It's the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky.
Now we get to like some of the best of the best, and I'm telling you, for just an egg omelet sandwich, it is one of the best. And I think mostly because I love sourdough, and you know, Colorado is the home of sourdough, so really hard to be upset when you're eating a fantastic omelet on a fantastic sourdough loaf. Poland! Really hard to complain about Poland. I love Poland, and this sandwich is no exception. It's just cheesy, and there's mushrooms and ketchup. It's just these great flavor combinations, especially after you've had a lot of Polish vodka. This is definitely the most obscure place I've done a video on, where several people learned it was a country from the video. But a piadina is popular both in San Marino and in the neighboring regions of Italy. Just a really solid flatbread, and you really can't go wrong when there's burrata and like prosciutto di Parma involved.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done.
See, now you're seeing my personal bias and how much I love barbecue. I got a whole episode with my dad just trying barbecue. But here you'll see one of the best options for barbecue. I love a burnt end. It's tender, it's juicy. Oh, fantastic. As the inventors of the pastrami sandwich, you have to give some credit to Romania. Romania has really slept on cuisine, being sort of right in this beautiful confluence of the Balkans with some Italian, Turkish, Russian, of course, distinctly Romanian influence all coming together. Romanian food incredibly slept on, including their sandwich.
I'm Cornhusker strong. Down any road I'm on.
Controversially, if it's even from Nebraska, but a Reuben is one of my favorite sandwiches. Really hard to go wrong with that combination of flavors. You know, it's tangy, it's sweet, it's salty. Just a really solid sandwich. Surprisingly, though, from Nebraska.
Montana skies, Georgia sunsets. You're the one walking in my head.
I'm a sucker for a pork cutlet. I love fried pork, and especially with spicy mustard. Are you kidding me? And you're in the middle of Montana. You're not expecting for this really amazing dish, and I found it, and it really, honestly, it's so high because I was just so surprised. It's in Butte, Montana. Spain, as much as I complain about your tapas, I have to say your food is honestly pretty good when it's an actual meal. And this is a great example. Beautiful combinations, and that ham sells it all the way through. This is one of the best things you can do in Sevilla, which is my favorite city in Spain. Maybe one of America's most iconic sandwiches. I think a cheesesteak is fantastic, and I know I did not do it justice with this one. Definitely have to go to Philadelphia truly to experience it, so watch out for that in the future. We are finally in the top 10, and number 10 we have Turkey. Look, I love kebab. There's so many different varieties of kebab. Iskender is my personal favorite. That's not a sandwich. Durum doner, where it's, you know, fully wrapped up in a lavash, a classic in Anatolia. Different vibes, though, of course, with the ones I have here in Europe and the ones they have in Turkey. This one's mostly focused on the meat. And as much as I do love the classic traditional Turkish style, there is a part of me that misses the Germanized version with a bunch of random sausage and cabbage. One of the most regional specific sandwiches I've had on my show. It's really iconic to just upstate New York in the Finger Lakes kind of area. But I have to say, I have driven through there several times since, and I always get a beef on weck. This one I had in the video was from like a ballpark in Rochester. Like, it's not even like the quintessential version. No, I've had it now in Buffalo after this, and it just blow me away every single time. The bun, the meat, when it comes all together with a little horseradish on the side, fantastic. That's why New York scores the number 9 spot. And New York as a place has way more sandwiches. I have a whole video just on New York sandwiches that also would rank really high. Is it a little pretentious? Yes, but I think French food at the end of the day is still really good. I know people say it's overhyped, people say it's too expensive. Both of them can be true in some cases, but if you leave Paris, like I had this in Orléans, you will find some amazing flavors, amazing cuisine, amazing people, and the Croque Monsieur is maybe the most like comforting sandwich. It feels classy and still grounded. It is, I don't know how they do it. It's just a ham and cheese sandwich, but it is maybe the best ham and cheese sandwich you will have in your life.
Ich muss dir dar los Ohren. Hey du.
The tiny nation of Luxembourg gets 7th place purely because of their bougie ingredient of foie gras. Charles sandwich is just a great selection of options. And anytime they put foie gras, that's cheating because I have a deep passion for that. I love it so much. It tastes so good. So when it's on a sandwich, I will never complain. The only issue, of course, with Charles, as mentioned in the video, is the price. A banh mi is probably one of my most famous sandwiches in the world, and the only reason it's not, higher as like one of the top 3 is purely because I had it in Seattle. Seattle has their own style with ground beef. That's not bad at all. As you see, it's the 6th best sandwich I've eaten on this show. I'm just praying one day to finally make it all the way and try a real banh mi in Vietnam. That will probably be one of my favorites going forward. But for now, I'll settle with Washington.
Por eso comprendo que estás aquí, pero ha pasado el tiempo y yo también cambié. Si no supiste amar.
Rounding out the top 5, of course, we have Mexico. Mexican food is some of the best in the entire world, and its range and variety of different kinds of tortas you can have in Mexico is amazing. The torta ahogada is not even my favorite torta, but I have to say for the video, I was astounded at just like the variety of like flavors and spices, and the meat was so tender. The gloves, it was fun. It's a fun sandwich to eat, especially with the spice. Then you chug some horchata, then you have a tres leches, then your stomach feels it the next day. But regardless, it's still a great experience anytime you're in Mexico, or I gotta go to Jalisco to try the real authentic thing.
Lobster facts. Come to Maine for some lobster facts. Lobster facts. Everyone's favorite time of day.
Lobster is a very hyped up food, and for obvious reason, because it is incredibly good, especially when it's fresh. And when you're in Maine, the lobster's right there. And when they give you a lobster roll with like the roll is warm and the lobster's like fresh and cold, they pour some butter on top. Life-changing experience. It's a life-changing experience. That's so good this sandwich is. It's so good, I wrote a song for this video. It isn't good, but you can watch it in my shorts, and it's the thing you just heard.
Che confusione, sarà perché ti amo, è un'emozione che cresce piano piano.
I'm not the first person to tell you, and I won't be the last person to say how good Italian food is, and certainly that includes their sandwiches. Al Antico Vanaio is maybe one of my favorite sandwich chains in the world. I have eaten it all over Italy. I've been back to Italy since filming this video, and I've taken my family to this exact store. I don't even get the La Italiana anymore, which, that's the classic one I have for this video. My favorite's called the Favolosa, and it has like salami and the spicy eggplant, and just the flavors they put in this like freshly baked scocciata bread are astounding. Go to Italy, go to the sandwich shop. Al Antico Vanaio will change your life. In number 2, we have Egyptian food. You don't understand how much I love Egyptian food. It's so underrated, and the hawashi is no exception. Look, this sandwich, I think about this sandwich every day. I've been sitting there going, I need to go back to Egypt just to get a hawashi. Do you understand? It was so hot when I filmed this. It was incredibly warm, like over 100 degrees, over 50 degrees Celsius. And I was dying in the Egyptian sun. I'm not built for the Sahara Desert. And yet there I was, next to an ancient temple, eating a fried pita stuffed with meat. And it was one of the best things I have ever eaten in my life. I had one bite, I said Bismillah, and it was fantastic. I'm going back to Egypt just to get this sandwich.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Look, at the end of the day, my barbecue bias does come through. But I'm telling you, the best piece of meat I have ever had in my life is in Texas. A Texas brisket sandwich. This is not even the first one I've had. It will not be the last one I've had. I've had some since. You can go and get them at Buc-ee's. It doesn't even matter. Look, it's like a giant piece of beef. And the way they cook it, the flavors, the juices, it melts in your mouth. They turn meat into butter. It is magic. I don't even know how they do it. But every time I'm in Texas, I get a brisket sandwich, and it's always one of the best bites I've ever had in my life. So I don't love Texas, like politically or culturally. Texas and me have a lot of beef. But I'm telling you, the one beef I love from Texas is their brisket. Well, there you have it, the official ranking of all the sandwiches. And I just want to say, if you've been watching all the way to the end of this, or you've been watching since I started all the way back in 2020, thank you. Thank you so much. This channel has meant so much to me as being able to travel, experience new things, interact with people. The friendships I've made based on sandwich videos have changed my life truly. And your support means the world to me in that. The amount of people that watch this, I'm still astounded, and it makes me so excited to share it with you. There is no greater feeling in the world to me than when I make a video about someone's place and they tell me how much they appreciated it, or how accurate it was, or if I did a good job representing their culture, their history, their food. For me, that is the best feeling in the entire world. So I just want to say thank you so much for all your time watching, supporting, and enjoying me eating sandwiches.